Hello everyone, and thanks for watching this short video. We're focused on Intuit Practice Management here. My name is Woody Adams, and we're going to go over the Clients tab and the ins and outs of the Clients tab, and also a new way to manage the Client tab and clean it up. Clean up the list when you have duplicates or you want to make some inactive, or even see how many clients you have total. There's been a new feature added to the Admin tab called the Client Manager, and we'll go over that in a second. But let's first just go over the Clients tab itself. So on the left, you see all my clients A to Z, and there's a little alphabetical grid going all the way down, so you can quickly get to the R's or the H's or what have you, and I can do a quick search on a client if I want to, or even do some filtering by active individual business or inactive clients. My client list got populated because I synced Intuit Practice Management to both Lacert as well as QuickBooks. So they were clients in Lacert, they came over. They're also customers in the Customer Center in QuickBooks. They also came up to IPM and they met happily in the middle, and I kind of married them. And I'm going to show you how I easily do that using the Client Manager tool. But first, let's kind of continue on with the Clients tab. So for each client you have, I can see their current engagements. I can even add an engagement from here. And track the non-Lacert engagements as well as the Lacert engagements. I do have a Lacert individual return, and you can see who the owner is, the status, and it's kind of like a little report within the actual Clients tab for each client. I can also add a note or a call. If you get a phone call from a particular client, I can do the phone call, and you can put in your information here of what you need to do and even flag it for a follow-up and choose the day you want it follow-up and assign it to someone. Could be one of your staff, and they will see that up above on the right. You guys might have noticed this follow-ups tab. And I could even filter the follow-ups list for me as the user signed in. It shows these three I got to follow up, or maybe a staff manager or partner might want to look at all follow-ups, and see how to drill in on one to see how they're going. So everybody has that follow-ups tab there. So that's the notes and call history, and you can kind of just see your record here, and you can then complete it and go from there. And then the billing history is the tab that the office manager and the partner will have. Staff will not have that because staff has access only to dashboard, clients, and engagements. But for office manager and partner, they have the other three. So of course, billing history will be a tab there, and I can see the current AR from QuickBooks, total WIP, as well as an AR overview. So that's kind of the overview of the clients tab. One other thing I wanted to mention is to see how we correlate with certain QuickBooks, through the sync process. When you click on the More tab, I can see, how the name is in Lacert versus QuickBooks and the addresses and phone numbers. That's how we correlate it. But sometimes we cannot match up the Lacert client with the QuickBooks customer. You'll see here Crystal George has a couple duplicates, and I think I also have a couple more, John Leach and then Chris P. So how do you manage that in a quick way? And that brings us to our next discussion, which is the Client Manager. Go ahead and click on the Admin tab, and over on the left you'll see, for those of you who've been using Intuit Practice Management for a while now, you'll see a new menu item under General in your Admin section for Client Manager. And those of you who are just signing up, you'll see it too. So everybody sees it as of May 30th, if you will. So I'm going to click on Client Manager, and here's all of my clients. Right away, I can see the total list of clients. Now, you guys probably have 10, 100 times that. However, it's going to behave the same. When you sync to Lacert and QuickBooks, there are going to be some clients that we do not automatically correlate or link, right? And we'll warn you if we linked it, but we weren't sure about it, do you want to accept the link or not? And you'll see under the Action tab, it'll say View Alert, okay? But you're going to want to link or unlink or make it active or inactivate clients. And this is just an easy way to do it from this one kind of Client Manager grid. Now I can search for clients if you have a lot of clients, or you can do some filtering. I could look at just Lacert clients, or I could look at just QuickBooks, or all of them. I'm going to do all. Also, what type are they? All. Business or individual, and then the status. Are they active or inactive? Because you can make a client inactive even on the Clients tab. This will be a lot faster. And then, of course, the state. Are they linked or unlinked? And so the first thing I want to do is I want to go to the unlinked. And I have 14 that are unlinked, and I would like to link these to the appropriate client because they are the same. So you'll notice under the products column, I have icons for what this client came over. This was from Lacert. When I sync to IPM to Lacert, this is when it's synced to QuickBooks. So I can go ahead to the Lacert one here, and I'm going to click Link. There's a drop down, very simple. Select the client, there's Crystal, click Link. and it's going to link the two, and she'll fall off of the actual, unlinked report here. Now also pChris here, I want to go to the Lacert client, I'm going to click link, and then choose from the drop down. So pretty easy, as you guys can see, and you can unlink them in the same way if you want. So they're linked, and now I have 2 less on unlinked and then 14 linked. All right, so I'll go back to the linked right now. There's Crystal, is just one name. And when you want to unlink it, if they shouldn't be linked, they're actually 2 separate individuals, depending on time and billing or however you want to do it. You just don't want them linked. Click on the unlink, and then you have an option. You're about to unlink into 2 separate clients. Is this what you wanted to do? Yes or no, I changed my mind. And then finally, there are going to be some clients that you want to be inactive, or maybe they're inactive, you want to be active. So I'm going to go here and look at some of my active clients, and you can simply, Nina's no longer a client of mine. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck it, and now she is inactive on the inactive list. It's as simple as just checking the box to make them active or inactive. So in a real quick way, and by that way, that inactive list will keep them from showing up on your timesheet when you choose client. That's important as well. So if you don't want them to be there for your staff to choose when they're linking a work code or engagement to a particular client, you don't want them in the list, make them inactive, and it's as easy as unchecking a box. So the client manager is an important part of the overall clients tab workflow, particularly when you've just synced your clients or you brought in some more clients and you want to make sure that client tab reflects exactly how it is for your office, right? That they are a QuickBooks customer, that they're Lacert, you want to link them together or unlink them or make them active or make them inactive or just see how many total clients you have. Client Manager tool under the admin tab will do that. So I hope that was helpful, and have a great day.